to my channel. I'm Denny, and today I have a demo review, whatever you want to call it, using the Juno & Co products that I received not too long ago. So I got the Juno & Co Microfiber Velvet Sponge, and I also got the Summer Nights Mad Love palette, which if you didn't see that video, I'll just go ahead and show you those shades. I'm going to go ahead and give this sponge a try because it's a velvet sponge, and I'm also going to do an eye look. So here you're going to have it all. First thing I am going to show you is the sponge itself. So it usually comes in a packet like this. These retail for $6 on the Juno & Co website. And the sponge itself looks like this. It's just a microfiber velvet sponge. So it looks like this, and this is just a regular microfiber velvet sponge. And what does it say on the back? So it has some information. It says here that if you're looking for a more natural airbrush foundation finish, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge is your go-to. Made with velvet soft microfiber bristles, its slanted edges and controlled stipple, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge provides buildable coverage fast. And it is latex free, cruelty free, and it has a very like velvety touch to it. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it does have like that velvet sensation to it. So inside the little bag there is also a little pamphlet. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out and show it to you. It says the Juno Microfiber user guide. So basically in here you get the user guide that tells you use it to apply loose powders, blush, highlighters, and then use it wet to apply liquid foundations, concealers, and contour. And then it tells you how to clean, do's and don'ts of cleaning, and all of that good stuff. So I've already wet the sponge, and I actually have two of them, so I'm going to show you what it looks like once it grows. This is what it looks like regularly. This is how it grows. It does grow quite a bit, but it doesn't lose its velvet feel to it. So for primer, I'm just going to go ahead with my LA Pro Prep High Definition Smoothing Face Primer, which is a good old favorite here, and I am very heavy-handed with primer. I get all up in the nooks and crannies. Since I don't have very much of this left, I'm gonna go ahead and use another similar type of foundation. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Foundation, and I'm just gonna mix the two because I was having a fail moment for a minute there. Just put it on my hand like I usually do, and then I'm going to go ahead and dab this on to my beauty blender and then start building my cover. Oh, I don't usually use my beauty blender often. I usually use my brush to do my foundation, so I kind of went heavy-handed on the amount of foundation that I put on. Wow. I have enough foundation here to do my full face. Wow. It feels really good, and it distributes everything really evenly. I'm using this the way I would my normal beauty blender. And like I mentioned, it is wet. I feel like I have so much foundation on this side because I went in on the foundation. So I'm gonna see if I can pull some from this side and bring it on to this side. Like literally that made full coverage on this side. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a little bit more. I mean, why not? Why not? Just a little bit more foundation for this side. Not that I needed this much foundation. I just went heavy-handed. I didn't know that this was not going to absorb it like the regular beauty blenders do. They kind of like drink up the foundation and I'm always putting more. So this is, it's actually good because it's not eating up all my foundation and it is depositing it on my face. So it feels really good. And let's see, let me continue. Yeah, I even do my ears because I want my ears, and then with my neck I kind of rub down the neck. Wow. So you do get a really good finish with this, and it is like it's dispersing everything, and it's not like when you use a regular beauty blender. Like some beauty blenders, you can go ahead and go over the same area and you won't see coverage, you'll just see it lifting and pulling what you put down. But this actually doesn't do that. And I'm pretty sure, like, if I were to like want to cover up my hand, I can even do that. Like, I have a lot of foundation that I can squeeze out of this. I feel like this is super good. Like, it's actually doing what it should, which is placing the product on your skin and not absorbing it. And I want to see, like, when my foundation dries down, I want to see like what it actually looks like, if it does look airbrushed. But so far so good. And yeah, I'm that girl who like goes over her lips with the foundation. I'm that girl. I'm also gonna work this using some of my concealer to see how this works for the concealer. At first try, for my first impression is I like this a lot. Like, I'm just amazed that it's not, I'm going over the same areas. Look, if I go over my nose, it's not picking it up and you can't see the redness. If I go over my cheek, usually that's the area that it all just like lifts up, and I don't see that happening. I'm loving the first initial preview to this. So let's go ahead and take some concealer. This is the Better Skin by Maybelline, and I'm gonna just go ahead and do my normal routine, which is conceal the life out of things. And usually this is where I can tell when things go wrong, like once I do my concealer, and like this is usually when I can tell that the sponge will pick up what I put down and like move it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to use the flat surface for the concealing part and the pointed tip. So it does put it on there. Okay. I always do like weird stuff for my forehead because I like to brighten. I like to brighten like straight down, and my chin. I like to brighten my chin. I don't know if anybody else likes to brighten their chin. And then let's do this other eye. So I'm gonna have to say I like the way this looks. I don't know what you guys think, but I do like the way the foundation looks. And I'm gonna go ahead and go over this because I feel like this concealer kind of messed things up. So I'm liking that finish. It looks really good. You guys let me know what you think about this sponge and if it did something good to my skin. I'm loving it. I think that it looks really good and I'm excited. This thing right here is making me want to use beauty blenders again, because for a while there I was not happy with beauty blenders. So here we go. And now I'm gonna do a quick eye look using the Mad Love palette. It's the Summer Nights one that I mentioned. It has a big old mirror here, which I might use, I might not, and also has a plastic. So let's go ahead and use some of these shades. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not gonna do concealer on my eyes or a primer on my eyelids. I'm just gonna go with the actual, just the foundation that's on my eyelids at the moment. And I'm just gonna dust the color Bleach, which is this top shade. I'm gonna just put that into my brow bone area, just like this top area, to be like a start. This was one that when I first showed the palette, I did not show this one on my skin, the swatch, because I knew that it would just fade out and not have any like color. At least on my skin tone, it wouldn't show up, so it made no sense to show it. So I'm a messy person when it comes to these, and I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna go into the color Bravo, and this is gonna be my crease shade, or yeah, I just blend all of that into my crease, and it is very light at the moment, but the color is awesome. Seems very buildable and not muddy. Like, it's not the type that like it's gonna leave creasy marks and things like that. There's some shades that sometimes you use them and they leave weird crease marks. So this is actually pretty nice and very buildable. I like a very intense crease for some reason. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and on the bottom of my eye, the mobile part, I'm gonna go ahead with the color Run This Town, which is a brown. I don't want to go too heavy, but I want to go ahead and place that right here, giving myself a neutral look, but I'm gonna pop in some blue on in the front of my eye, so not worried about that. So far so good. They apply really well, and this is just a quick demo, nothing to go crazy over, just to give this a try. I like it. They're going on really nice. Not too much fallout either, which is a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. I'm actually going to take this color down to my lash line and drag it just right there. Give myself raccoon eyes. It's what I do. It's what I do. So now to shade, I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm going to take a shading brush and I'm going to take the color Skywalker, which is that blue. I want to give that blue a try on this flat brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and place that right there. It has a lot of pigmentation. Yeah, I like it. And this is not wet, it's completely dry, and you do get the color payoff. Oh yeah, I like this. Definitely looks nice. Love it. I love that pop of blue. I'm a bold type color girl. And as you saw, there was no cut crease, no anything, just me just applying it on, and it goes on like a dream. So you can just imagine if you were to do a cut crease and like just do a build up look using this, it would look really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and I always do weird stuff like drag it down under. I can always clean it up later. Okay, I'm leaving that at that. So that right there was the eyes using that palette. I'm gonna go ahead off camera, put on my mascara, put on, you know, some eyeliner, the rest of my face, and I'm gonna come back and give you my thoughts. Okay, so here I am back with my outcome. I love this sponge. It feels really good and I want to continue using it. It does make my foundation look very like airbrushed and like smooth. Everything just goes on really well with it, and it doesn't suck it up into the actual sponge, which is amazing. I'm loving it. That's all I can say about the sponge. And then about this palette, I was so surprised with how well the shades went on, especially like the blue that I used without any like concealer. Like, it just gave me the most pigmentation, the same as like with the swatches. Like, it really does go on the way it is, and it doesn't need a lot to perform. So I am loving this palette. I am loving the sponge. Juno, you are doing something to me. I am really happy with these products. So if you want to check these guys out for yourself, I'm going to leave the Juno & Co website down below. I do not have a code or anything that I can give you at this time, but if I do have any codes or things like that, I will leave them down below. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you haven't entered my monthly mystery giveaway, please do so. That is going to continue going on each month, and I will be picking a winner later on at the end of this month. So go ahead and do that. As always, from my house to yours. Love ya.